And this was not a coming soon type of coming back. I'm back already in the studio, and it's time for us to continue where we left off. I'll be using the next 30 minutes from Sunnyside, to continue the conversation on e-hailing apps in Rivers State or Port Harcourt Metropolis. All right. Sorry, please. I think you should sit here. No. Oh yeah. Okay. So I have members of interesting. I have members of I would call it the other side of the divide. And by the way, if you're just joining us, you're welcome. This is your number one talk radio station, 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kaladako Rubatubo, and joining me now to continue the conversation from where we left off is Inamdi Esimai, who is saying he's, according to his ID card before me, Vice Chairman, Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transporters of Nigeria, Rivers State Chapter. Right? There's a lady who just walked in. I don't know your name just yet, so can you speak into the mic, introduce yourself? You have a beautiful smile as well. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
My name is Comrade Cynthia Ichifuma. I am River State Treasurer of Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transporters.
All right. First question I want to ask two of you in the studio: why do you people like quarreling in River State? Well, seriously, why do you people like quarreling in River State?
Well, I wouldn't say we like quarreling, but before an organization picks proper strength, sometimes there's need, because you see in an organization people come from diverse backgrounds.
All right.
Diverse culture, social makeup, and so on and so forth. So for us to work together and begin to understand ourselves, there are bound to be issues. Where I have a problem is where you don't allow such issues to be administered internally sufficiently enough before you make it a public affair. That's where I have an issue.
All right. So let's talk about internal resolutions. I've watched some of the videos. I've listened to some of the audios circulating on social media, forwarded several times on WhatsApp. Somehow it reached my WhatsApp page, and there is a talk about increase 50%, 600 naira per kilometer. There's the talk about making sure everybody who's a driver on some of the apps are blocked, because the companies are failing to listen to whatever demands the drivers are making as it relates to welfare. Can you expatiate on that? Can you speak a bit on these issues?
Okay, what I would love to advise these app companies is they should stop playing underhand tactics. They should stop playing divide and rule. They should stop playing espionage operations.
Okay.
The truth is, they've infiltrated the drivers. They've infiltrated groups. They've infiltrated the organs of the union. And when conversations activate, and it has not even reached the point of resolution, they fly to them and they begin to threaten. The 50% narrative was still a mere discussion. That's the truth.
But there was a jingle to that effect.
Hold on. It was still a mere discussion. We have a very vibrant driver community. Okay? There are people who will be very strong on that. There are people who will say, let's look at it again.
Okay.
So, as far as we were concerned, it was still an ongoing discussion. And some people say, look at it, with this jingle, people will fall into it, blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, the app companies picked it. I don't know if you understand. So we understand, to be very honest with you, we understand that I can be a driver today and I can also be a rider tomorrow. So it is something that we understand the pain of the rider public. So we're trying to strike a middle ground where everybody will be comfortable. Everybody will be happy. The drivers will be happy for it. The app companies will be happy for it. And the rider public should understand that this is an executive form of taxi.
But while you explain it the way you've explained it, the customers, the riders as you've called them, they are not having it easy, so to say, and they're not happy with how some drivers, behave. For instance, I never would forget. From Arc Event Center, where we come to this place, I was charged almost 10,000 naira. And it's not about it being an executive taxi or not. It's about fairness. It's
Fairness,
about
yes, I get that
equity,
too. I get
right?
that too.
So the attitude, and you're trying to, hey, this is unreasonable, and then if you're not gonna fit, if you're not gonna fit, there is that attitude, and I'm just wondering. Some people would it's nothing. I'd probably book another one, or I pay for it. Others would want to fight, right? And then we have the problems that we're having now. So, what would you say as it relates to the attitude of drivers? Because a lot of users are complaining.
What I always tell people is that this business is a public business. What I mean is, lots of people are in this business. It's in the public. You get all sorts of characters, just like in the public service, all sorts of people. So I can't tell you for a fact now that all drivers must behave decently. We have our own internal mechanisms of discipline drivers, okay? And negotiation is a natural tool in business. That's why you've seen that some of the app companies, 2 of them now, have brought in that tool into their app. It's a normal thing in business. So how you present it, like we always tell drivers, is key. I don't know if you understand. If you must negotiate, people pay. Some persons may pay even higher, happily. Depends on how you present it. And take it or leave it. There are drivers out there who may behave less than complimentary. We understand that. But there are many fine, cool-headed drivers out there who know what they are doing.
Right.
But the point is the current fare, if you know what I mean, is the current taxi fare, is the current price fare. So what the drivers are trying to do is to come to an understanding of what, or rather to come to a level of what is fair, so that the riders could also understand that we are also at the receiving end of this high-handed and low-cost, low-fare policy of this app company.
So what would be a fair price? In your opinion or estimation, what would be a fair price?
Okay, we did an analysis. I don't know if she wanted to come in.
No, I know she's a treasurer. I'll get to her in a bit. There are some financial things. I talk money we have. But let's get what's fair pricing for you.
Many parameters come into that.
Okay.
We did, like the town hall meeting we held yesterday. We have an in-house analyst who went deep into it. The price of fuel as at 2022, I think it was 189, and we have the price now at 900. And that's about 370 something percent increase. But if you check what the fare was then, minimum fare per kilometer, per minute, and so on, compared to what it is now, it's not even up to 100% increase. So that's where the problem is. And you will agree with me that everything in the society right now multiplied by that percentage.
So you're saying drivers don't make margins or profits? Is that what you're saying?
Commensurate with the current economic indices of everyday living. Yes.
When you say commensurate,
yes, commensurate. What I mean is
it supposed to be?
I mean, if your car gets spoiled, you don't go there and begin to beg the part owner to sell at the price it was selling at 2022. It is the current price you buy with. And where do you make the money from? From the same vehicle. I don't know if you understand, because this thing is, you buy fuel, you move from point A to point B, and you get paid. I don't know if you understand.
But
it's not the fault of the riders.
Some people say, right? Some people have done the calculations. Okay, maybe this is to the treasurer now. Some people have done the calculations and they have said that e-taxi drivers make up to 200,000-300,000 per week. So am I calling a magical sum? Because you all are laughing in the studio. Let's hear from you.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I feel honored to be here. Okay. First of all, people keep talking about drivers are making money. If you're telling me that, or if you had told me that in 2021 that I was making 200k,
a
week, haba, I'll even do Dorime for you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But not as of 2025.
So you people are not making good profits?
It's simple. Like, it's just like you saying that as of 2021 you were buying a bottle of oil for 500 naira, and as of 2025 they are expecting you to buy same oil at 500 naira.
Okay.
Do you understand? Or Ghana 500 naira before now. Why? Do you understand my point? We are facing reality in Nigeria. It is not sweet. In fact, honestly, I feel for riders, yeah, because I also am also a rider. I park my car and I also ride too. And when my fellow drivers bill me, I know how deep that cuts through my pocket. But if you look at wear and tear, the present cost of wear and tear for vehicles, it's crazy. Right. As at 2021, for example, my car, I was using the Corolla as at 2021. I changed
which of the models?
205.
Okay.
As at then, 205. I was using a Corolla. I would buy brake pad for 2,000 naira.
Yeah, I remember.
Today is 8,000 naira. Today is 8,000 naira.
But you know, as they argue, you don't change your brake pads every day.
Okay, let's use the present situation right now. It's rainy season, right? The ground, you have to constantly, because of grease, like you don't have that proper.
Okay, so you have to maintain your brakes.
You have to maintain your brakes, yeah? Most of us do interstates. And if you're on the highway all the time, you would have to maintain your brakes. Okay, let's leave the brakes. What about servicing of car? You have to do that. Before, we used to buy oil at 8,000, 9,000. Presently, the minimum oil you can buy, Visco. Let me use the common one that drivers use. Visco is about 14,500, going to 15,000 there. Do you get?
The standard oil now is 20, 25 or so, 20 something thousand.
Do you understand? So, these things are things that are affecting the costing. Okay. Right? Now, we have other app companies that our problem is with Bolts, not
even the other app,
not riders. Other app companies, they are even willing to, reduce their commission. They're willing to reduce their commission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when I listen to, because like I said, I listened to Yoda Divide earlier. I mean, your demands are the same.
Yes.
So what's the problem?
Now, we don't have the problem. Let me tell you.
No, you can't say you don't. You can't say you don't have a problem.
Hold on. Let me rephrase. There are issues. The way I started, I said, for every organization, because we come from different background, we must have moments of friction.
Okay.
Yes. And as human beings who I suppose are educated, what we should do is, going by the laws of the organization, we sit down and iron out these issues. But when over ambition comes in, when people see it as a veritable tool to push themselves or some narratives, it becomes a problem. The issues are strictly internal. They were bordered on issues of financial malfeasance, issues of impropriety, blah, blah, blah. And we said, it's not a problem. You know why?
Okay.
We have organs that can deal with this.
Okay.
We have people at the top. We have the zone. We have the NEC. We have the CWC. We have the NLC. We have the Ministry of Labour and Employment. We have the courts even. I don't know if you understand. You never explored any of these channels.
But
and hold on. Let me land. You never explored any of this and quickly got an external lawyer to write to the union to give you the books. I said, you don't do that. You don't do that. At that point, I was the head of this marriage committee. You didn't bring it up to me. You don't do that. We said, okay, fine. Let's take this one step at a time. We went, we had the SEC, because there's a SEC, there's a SAC. This is not the proper forum to expatiate, but I'll try and summarize.
I understand.
Now we held a meeting and the zone came in. The zone said, you know what? Let's do this audit. There was delays, blah, blah, blah. The zone said, okay, let's do the audit ourselves. Why not wait? Why not wait? What is the hurry? Why not wait? You passed a vote of no confidence, you did this, you did that. The zone came back and said, you didn't even do it correctly. Even when you had the opportunity to do it, you didn't do it correctly. Now we are the zone that is supposed to oversee what you do at the council. And we're going to take this over and do it correctly. They did the exoneration officers. They exonerated some officers at the level of disciplinary committee. Namely, the chairman, the treasurer, the financial secretary, and the auditor.
The treasurer is there.
1 second. The 4 officers.
Yeah.
They told them to hang on until we expeditiously, dispassionately deal with this audit, because this is public funds. Okay, I'm not seated here. I'm not a principal signatory to the account. There are three of them: herself, the treasurer, the chairman, and the lady that just left here. Okay, we gave them the full confidence to run the accounts for us, and we don't doubt any of them. So when she started complaining, okay, let the zone come in. Why not wait for the zone? And you went ahead. You started calling yourself the acting chairperson. You've taken some people with you because of what you did. You said you suspended some officers, and the zone said you didn't even do it well. When the zone exonerated us and made me the acting chairman, I wasn't throwing my weight around. Not many people who heard my voice. I said, no problem, let's run.
So you were the acting chairman?
Yes, for a very long time. After the zone cleared some of us, because herself.
So you introduced yourself as vice chairman?
No, I'm coming to that now.
Okay.
Do you understand? I was the acting chairman till lately. Then when the zone came back and cleared the other four officers just some days ago, cleared them of that financial allegations, then they now came on board. Then I stopped acting and came back to my original position as the acting chairman. I started out as vice chairman. I started as an investor in this field. I have what I do. I have my own business, okay? And when I saw that this is a body that needed it, I mean, abroad, you know what it is. You know, we needed to be organized. And I came in happily and joined the bandwagon, took up a position, and we started doing it. But with the way things are now, we are getting it right, and we will.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we will get it right. What the drivers need, what the drivers want, is progress for them and better welfare for the operation. Drivers are not interested in politics.
All right.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
So that's where we are.
All right. So many documents for me to look at. The treasurer was giving me another one, and I'm not confused. But I'm going to throw the phone lines open because I've got a few more minutes left for us to have this conversation. You listen to the first half. We are having the second half. It's more like a football match, or should I say a political battle? I don't even know which is it anymore. But hey, let's get
politics.
But it looks like politics. It looks like office politics. It looks like office politics.
No, but to be honest with you,
what's politics?
Did we come here? We're not the first. Why we decided to come here? So we don't want the public to live with the wrong narrative.
And that's why it is political in every bit of it. Because, and I understand you do not want it to be what it is. I understand you're trying, because from your, from your tone, I'm getting you want peace. You want it to be solved internally. You want to reach a logical conclusion.
Yes.
I can feel that. However, it is what it is, and I'm going to call it what it is. All right, so let's go to the phone lines. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, and 0817 923 0007. Let's start with this call. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Speak into your mouth, into your mic, I beg your pardon, so we can hear you clearly.
Is it better now?
It's not better. We can hear your faints.
Okay. I don't know if it's the connection issue or it's my phone, but I'll try to be as loud as I can.
But you're not. So I'm going to end the call so you can try again. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Kalada.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Comrade Egiba Maxine.
All right, Maxine, welcome.
Chairman of Transamadi branch of our great union.
Interesting. So many chairmen on the show this afternoon. All right, welcome.
It piqued my imagination that the man that called himself the artist, the vice chairman of the union, that is in the studio with you, is struggling to see how he can even set up a positive narrative. I happen to be part of the SEC member that suspended them for obvious reason that they could not be accountable for.
Okay.
Forced them
Okay. So can we
a document that they could not provide for more than 6 months?
Can we not make Maxine? Can we not make it political? So, like I said to the first guest,
they are the ones that are making it political.
Okay.
They are the ones making it political. The national have acknowledged the new members of the state. The national have acknowledged it. They are the ones making it political. The constitution is with you there. I believe the acting chairman gave you our constitution. Go through it. See whether they are doing the right thing.
Okay. All right. We'll look into that matter.
Funny enough, this person that just called actually begged to be a branch chairman. I personally signed this form.
But whether he begged or not, now, come on. I will say it's not politics, right?
It's not. I just needed to clear that.
All right then. And 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Comrade Dixon Minima.
Comrade Dixon, can you speak so we can hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Better now. It's better.
Yeah, Comrade Dixon Minima.
From where?
And I'm Comrade Dixon Minima.
Okay.
A member of Auto Lobsy Book Driver.
Okay.
See, my page is this. I beg these two factions, please, to work together for the interest of the drivers, because you're suffering. I know there is this one parable that they see when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. We are suffering, and this fight has lingered for so long. We as a driver, we don't want to hear these things. We want them to keep the ground running for our own benefit.
All right, to solve the problem in that fight. All right, thank you, comrade. I've got Live in Jamala, Esquire, I believe. Live in Jamala, good afternoon to you. It's been a while.
Good afternoon, Canada. Good afternoon, lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to greet your guests in the studio.
All right.
But it will be so for your guests to at the same time introduce themselves in whatever capacity. Ordinarily, they should have introduced themselves as members of that union.
Why do you say so, Living?
There is a pending matter in court because of while they try to paint the picture that it is not politics, it is conventional politics taken too far. Ordinarily, in a union that ordinarily should serve the interests of the members. Now, executives are not immune to accounting to members of the union. Members of the union act as person sitting there in your studio. Can you render account to us for the past so months?
But they have said the audit is ongoing, or is it done? The audit
is done. That's
okay. So there's a report that
there is no update. There is no audit done anywhere.
But there's a document before me, Amalgamated Union of App-based Transporters.
It is not a product emanating from the right source. Canada, you can put me anywhere.
But are you part of the union?
I am the one that filed that suit.
Oh, what suit? Where?
I have all the documents.
Okay.
And they are aware of the tendency of that suit.
Okay.
They went ahead. Despite the matters writing to them not to hold the so-called town hall, not to hold the zonal South meeting as they claimed, they went ahead in defiance of the process.
Can I come in?
So you can see how all these things are playing out.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Living says it's the lawyer who filed. And I think I asked you.
Let me respond to that.
You would, but let me ask the question. I think I asked you not long ago if there was a matter in court, and you said it's been settled.
Then hold on.
Okay, so let's hear your interpretation.
Okay. When a matter is in court, the matter that is in the court in Abuja is a different matter entirely.
How do you mean?
Now they have the national body, NEC. They have 1 or 2 minutes understanding up there. Now here in Rivers State, what we saw, were not served.
Okay, so you were not served, basically.
Not served, that's one. Secondly, it wasn't even a court document. I think you should have a copy of that letter. Yes. A lawyer of some sort wrote on his letter-headed paper and was ordering us not to hold a town hall meeting. A constitutional right of every citizen to gather, muster, and discuss. A lawyer writes on his letter-headed paper
So it wasn't a court.
The paper is there. Tell the person who called you to send you the court paper.
Show you. It's not.
All lawyers are not lawyers, so.
No, let's not. Let's.
Because
not,
I don't
no, let's not.
Okay, I'm sorry to have said that. I take that back. But what I'm trying to say is this: it's very simple. If you have a court order, restricting a gathering,
okay.
Of course, even the police will come into it because there must be issues of breach of peace, breach of public order, and so on. There was nothing like that. It was a letter from a lawyer saying we shouldn't gather.
Okay, so now let's go to one of the callers who said that they are more concerned. A driver, they are more concerned about solutions and not what is happening. You know,
they've been too. Do you understand? That is why you wouldn't see us pushing this issue. It's them that is pushing. What we said is, let us help ourselves. And in other words, help the drivers.
So will there be any price increments? Will there be? After the town hall meeting on Monday, are we going to see riders going to see any price increment based, on the meeting? Yeah, not from the app, but from the drivers, basically.
Yes.
Okay, so I would like to speak on that. First of all, the meeting that was held was also to sensitize our drivers. One, on their behaviors. Two, to bring back the job to its standard, right? So for us to be, because he who seeks equity must come with clean hands.
Okay.
If you're asking passengers or riders to increase the fare for you, you should give them comfort.
Okay, so I'll get back to you. Sorry, I'm pausing. You've got a commercial.
For more talk, news and sports, stay tuned to 9.